是阿万。2025年12月9日的新闻，特朗普批准英伟达向中国出售H200芯片。周一，特朗普总统表示，他的政府已批准英伟达向中国出售该公司第二先进的芯片，令这家芯片巨头获准对华出口的产品实现了大幅性能提升。美国政府数月来一直在权衡是否要放宽对这项关键人工智能技术的对华销售政策。该技术有可能在军事和经济层面为中国提供助力。特朗普在社交媒体上发文称，商务部正在敲定相关细节，并将为 AMD、英特尔等其他芯片制造商提供类似出口机会。他还表示，芯片销售收入的一部分将归美国政府所有。专家指出，这一提议可能违反美国法律。这一决定对英伟达首席执行官黄仁勋而言是重大的胜利。他数月来一直游说白宫放宽出口限制。此举也与特朗普政府最初的立场相悖，其政府曾承诺限制人工智能芯片对华出口。这一早期立场在华盛顿获得广泛支持。近几个月来逐渐显现的宽松政策已引发国会两党的不满。上周，包括内布拉斯加州共和党参议员皮特·里基茨、特拉华州民主党参议员克里斯·库恩斯在内的6名参议员提出了一项限制人工智能芯片对华销售的法案。这一政策转变源于黄仁勋与特朗普政府人工智能及加密货币事务负责人戴维·萨克斯的游说。两人反驳了关于人工智能芯片的国家安全担忧，主张扩大英伟达对华销售将使中国企业依赖其技术，同时为英伟达带来更多资金用于研发下一代芯片。黄仁勋上周在白宫与特朗普会面，特朗普随后称赞这位高管做得非常出色。英伟达发言人约翰·里佐表示，向经商务部审核通过的商业客户提供 H200芯片，将实现对美国极具价值的审慎平衡。我们赞赏特朗普总统的决定，这让美国芯片产业得以参与竞争，支持美国的高薪就业岗位和制造业发展。他还说，芯片销售获批的消息此前由舍马福尔率先披露。如今的问题是，中国会购买吗？美国政府希望鼓励中国企业使用英伟达去年推出的 H200芯片，同时限制其最新一代 Blackwell 芯片的销售。今年7月，特朗普政府取消了对 H200芯片的对华销售限制。该芯片是英伟达专为中国市场研发的产品，但中国政府不鼓励企业购买这款芯片。有关部门警告其可能存在后门安全风险。当英伟达开始销售性能更强的 H200芯片时，可能会面临类似挑战。在第一届特朗普政府和拜登政府相继限制美国技术对华出口后，中国加大投入以实现技术自主。中国科技巨头华为一直在改进其自主研发的人工智能芯片。今年夏天，特朗普提出政府要从人工智能芯片对华销售收入分成的想法。周一，他重申了这一主张，称25%的收入交给美利坚合众国，这比该公司此前同意向美国政府缴纳的比例提高了10个百分点。鉴于美国法律禁止对出口许可证收取费用，政府律师一直在研究如何实施这一政策。 黄仁勋10月在华盛顿的一场新闻发布会上表示，政府官员正在制定一项新政策，以收取这笔费用。美中两国官员均未公开承认正在讨论 H200芯片的对华销售事宜，但美国对华技术销售相关规定一直是两国关系中的核心议题。今年4月，特朗普对中国出口商品加征2位数关税后，中国限制了对多个行业至关重要的稀土出口。两国于今年春季暂时同意撤销这些限制，但在美国宣布对中国科技企业实施新制裁后，这一休战协议破裂。中国官员称，这些措施违背了双方协议的精神。10月，在韩国举行的会面中，特朗普与中国国家领导人习近平恢复了休战状态。美国承诺维持低关税，中国则保证稳定出口稀土并恢复购买美国大豆。外界普遍认为，该协议还包括美国事实上冻结新的技术限制措施。自那以后，两国一直致力于维护和平。11月底，特朗普在习近平的通话中接受了4月访华的邀请。上周五，美国财政部长科森的贝森特、美国贸易代表贾米森·格里尔和中国副总理通话，双方讨论了为维护协议所采取的步骤。但华盛顿的其他人士对政府温和的对华立场提出了批评。马萨诸塞州民主党参议员伊丽莎白·沃伦上周在一封信中就 H200芯片可能对华出售表达了担忧。我督促你停止忽视国会两党议员和你自己专家的意见，不要再为了达成交易而牺牲美国的国家安全，他写道。有意思吧？我算是马前炮了，因为我总觉得就是最终肯定是会向中国销售的。上次我应该是没有用肯定这个词，但就相当于说，因为我上次的一个分析的一个逻辑，我说的是就是他空穴不来风，来风他干嘛非得来这一点，而且是反复的试探，比如说两党啊，或者说普通的民众，大家是一个怎样的一个态度？就怎么说呢？你狼来了，喊多了，狼真的来了，那大家是无所谓的，或者说就是你有所谓，你也没办法了。Trump clears sales of more powerful Nvidia AI chips to China。我今天这个麦没有用那个防风罩，是不是说话会有那种噗噗噗的那个声音？不太确定。President Trump said Monday that his administration has granted Nvidia permission to begin selling its second most powerful chip to China, a big step up from what the artificial intelligence chip maker has been allowed to offer to Beijing. The administration has spent months wrestling with whether it was comfortable reducing its policy on sales of a critical AI technology that has the potential to help China militarily and economically. In a social media post, Mr. Trump said the Commerce Department was finishing the details and would make similar opportunities available to other chip makers like Advanced Micro Device and Intel. The president said a portion of the chip revenue would go to the U.S. government, a proposition that experts say could violate U.S. law. The decision is a major win for Johnson Huang, Nvidia chief executive, who spent months lobbying the White House to ease its export restrictions. The move is also a departure for Mr. Trump, whose administration initially promised to restrict sales of AI chips to China. The earlier position had support across much of Washington, and a recent policy that has become clear in recent months has drawn bipartisan complaints from Congress. Last week, 6 senators, including Patrick Cat, a Republican from Nebraska, and Chris Connor, a Democrat from Delaware, introduced a bill that would limit the sales of AI chips to China. The administration should follow a campaign by Mr. Huang and David Sack, its AI and creator Cesar, who have pushed back on national security concerns regarding AI chips. They have argued that increasing Nvidia sales to China would make Chinese companies dependent on its technology and give it more money to develop future generations of chips. Mr. Huang met with Mr. Trump at the White House last week, and Mr. Trump praised the executive afterward, saying he's done an amazing job. John Rizzo, an Nvidia spokesman, said offering H200 chips to approved commercial customers that has been vetted by the Commerce Department would strike a sharper balance that it is great for Americans. We applaud President Trump's decision to allow American chip industry to compete to support high-paying jobs and manufacturing in America, he added. The approval of the chip sales was reported earlier by Semaphore. Now the question is, will China buy Nvidia latest offering? The administration wants to encourage Chinese companies to use Nvidia's H200 chip, which is released last year, while limiting sales of the company's latest generation of chips known as Blackwell. In July, the Trump administration dropped its restrictions on sales of a chip called the H20, which Nvidia developed specifically for China, but Beijing discouraged companies from buying the chip, with the administration warning that it could have backdoor security risks. Nvidia could run into similar challenges when it begins selling the more powerful H200. After the first Trump administration and the Biden administration began limited U.S. technology sales to China, Beijing increased its spending to become technologically self-reliant. Huawei, the country's tech giant, has been improving its own AI chips. This summer, Mr. Trump proposed the idea of governments taking a cut of AI chip sales to China. On Monday, he reiterated that, writing that 25% will be paid to the United States of America, a 10 percentage point increase for what the company previously agreed to pay the U.S. government. Government lawyers have been researching how to enact such a policy, given the U.S. law prohibits the charging of fees for expert license. Mr. Huang said in a news conference in Washington in October that the government officials were working on a new policy to collect the fees. Neither U.S. nor Chinese officials have published acknowledged that the H200 chips were under discussion, but U.S. rules around the sale of technology to China have been a central issue in the country's relationship. After Mr. Trump imposed double-digit tariff on Chinese exports in April, Beijing restricted exports of rare earth minerals essentials to a variety of industries. The countries tentatively agreed to work back those restrictions this spring, but the truce fell apart after the United States announced new restrictions on Chinese technology companies. Chinese officials argue that those measures balance the spirit of their government. At a meeting in South Korea in October, Mr. Trump and Mr. Xi, the leader of China, restored the truce with the United States, promising to keep tariffs low and Beijing to provide steady exports of rare earths and resume its purchase of American soybeans. The agreement was also widely believed to include a de facto U.S. freeze on any new technology restrictions. Since then, the countries have been working to keep the peace, and in a call with Mr. Xi in late November, Mr. Trump accepted an invitation to visit China in April. On Friday, Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, and Jamieson Greer, the U.S. Trade Representative, spoke with China's Vice Premier about the steps the sides were taking to maintain the agreement. But others in Washington have been critical of the administration's warmer stance towards China. In a letter last week, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat of Massachusetts, expressed concern over the potential sale of the H200 chips. I urge you to stop ignoring the input of bipartisan members of Congress and your own experts in order to cut deals that trade away Americans' national security, she wrote. Thanks for your listening and hoping your life fully with happiness and joy. Good luck and please subscribe me.